Alrighty, y'all. Hello. We're looking at why does beer in Europe have a huge foam head? Now, of course, this is a generalization. Could vary greatly, especially just saying beer in Europe. I mean, that varies a lot, right? But in general, it seems to be more common over in that area of the world than over here in the U.S. And it's something that I actually do like from the very few taste tests we've done. By the way, take a look at those if you missed them. That's been a very hot trend recently on my channel. Here are some beer videos that I have done with family and friends, and I tell you what, they're really fun. We have more coming up. We have Belgium in the next episode, as well as more Czech beers, more German, more kind of European variety. We have a lot coming up. But anyway, let's get into this. This is from Honest Guy. This has been suggested by dozens of people at this point. Finally get into this. This is an amazing channel. Make sure to check them out with the link in the description. Check out this whole video, and of course, browse their channel. I noticed the Euro beer is just more foamy, the ones I've tried, than a lot of the American ones, and I really do like it. It is divine, and I can imagine what it would be like in this setting actually at the source. I think that would be incredible. But I would love to see the thought process and the science behind this. Let's take a look.
This is beer, and you can tap beer like this. We are in Červený Jelen, a recently opened
Červený Jelen, okay.
pub in Prague with the tallest tower of tank beers in the world. It's not just these four, it goes 2 stories below.
Oh,
so I guess you
oh, damn. Okay. I was going to say the 4, I was like, how's that the tallest? That doesn't look anything like anything crazy. No, it goes way down. That's pretty rad, man. That's
we're going to talk about beer and how to tap it. But I'm no expert.
Look at that foam. The whole thing is foam. Now, that might be a little overkill. I'm not sure. Honestly, it looks kind of good.
Tapping beer, I'm expert in consuming it, but
so
who
different.
is the expert is our friend Mira. Ciao, Miro.
I would never get served that here.
His nickname
ever.
is Pantata Vyčepí, which would translate to Daddy Tapster. And today he's going to show us the different kinds of beers. I mean, one kind of beer, but the different ways to tap it.
Yeah.
I would like a beer.
Schnit or Ladinka or Mlíko.
So there are different kinds, as Mira is just explaining, and we're going to start off with the one I was holding, which is...
Oh my God, look at that. Wow. It almost looks like a root beer float on steroids or something. Like it's creamy and foamy. It's bizarre, but kind of appetizing looking. It's intriguing, let's say. Where's the beer? I don't even see it.
Mlíko, which would translate to milk. So
wow,
milk
look
is
at that.
basically only foam.
Yeah, it's only foam. Finish that. It's
ooh, it looks refreshing
full glass,
now.
only foam. This is milk. Mlíko.
Mlíko.
Cheers.
Thank you very much. People will think that this is only foam, but the foam is beer, right?
Yeah,
so it's drinkable. You can drink that. It has a sweeter taste and it's creamy, so let me...
Okay, so there's a teeny bit at the bottom there, and it's all foam. Oh, I wish I could try that right now.
Be the judge here.
And this, you must...
It's extremely creamy, I'm sorry.
This you must drink one more.
You gotta chug it.
Yeah.
Oh, that's the idea. You just kind of gotta go at it then, right?
This recommended for women or for girl because it's sweeter or creamer.
Next up would be Schnit.
Okay.
Yeah, okay.
And Schnit
would be
is
interesting
a small
to try.
beer.
This is Schnit?
Glass.
This is beer
for locals in the pub?
Yeah.
So if a local like me would come here, you give me a Schnit.
I make foam. And under, I make only beer.
So the importance of the foam in a beer is also that it keeps the beer from... Thank you very much. The foam keeps the beer from getting in touch with the air, correct?
Cheers.
Yeah, now that does make sense to me. I was told in the comments, I am not a beer expert or anything, right? I'm just a casual. I enjoy drinking beer. I think that's okay to be a casual beer drinker. I'm not like a connoisseur or anything. But I'm trying to learn bits and pieces. I mean, I do find interest in it, of course. In our beer test, I've been trying to pour it in a way where it does retain a lot of the foam, and I think it tastes good. I also think there is science to that where it kind of locks in the flavor of the actual beer that's in here, and it's not allowing the air to kind of get in there and end up, getting it more warm quicker, spoiling the flavor. You know, right? You get the idea. I think there definitely is science to that. So I think having even just a little bit of foam is obviously better than nothing, right? The other day at a restaurant, I got beer on draft at a restaurant locally, and when I usually go to local breweries, it's usually really good. That's what people seem to miss, is that the U.S. does have good small brewery scene. There's a lot of awesome local beers in a lot of different regions in the U.S. Now, of course, our main beers, like, laughably like Bud Light and Miller and all those things, they're definitely bland, right? They're not anything to brag about. But I was at like a franchise restaurant and there was no, good local brew. So I had to get, just a boring mainstream beer on draft, and it had no foam. That I prefer a little bit, right? This had nothing. It was just like gold in a glass. It was eerie with no foam. And sure enough, it tasted horrible. It was like it got warm really quick, and I'm never gonna drink warm beer. Yuck. And it just tasted bland like water.
I like this. And already now I can taste the difference between the milk and the Schnitt.
Wow.
The milk was creamy, sweeter. Schnitt, I can taste both. I can taste the creamy foam and the beer under it. But there are other different types.
Big different. It's milk and Choktan.
Choktan.
This is extra.
Okay. What's the Choktan?
This is only beer.
Only beer, no foam.
No foam.
See?
You have 100%.
Okay, see, that still has a little bit of foam, right? That's the minimum I would want. At least it has some. The one I got served recently at a restaurant had nothing. It was just gold, right? And that didn't work out.
So there's almost no head. This would be the British beer, American beers.
Yeah, to be fair, he's right. Yeah, that would be more common here. Just the tiniest head like that.
Tap like this. So the
I
fact
honestly
that
don't like
this
it.
doesn't have
I like
the head,
a little
there's
bit
no
of the foam
it's
head,
not
man.
isolated from the air.
Yeah.
So you should drink it
you
quickly
must
once
quickly.
again.
You got down that.
Tells me to drink it. It doesn't matter what type he gives me. Like, yeah, it's Schnitt, it's milk. You gotta drink it quick.
Milk and Choktan, you must.
Milk and
You gotta
Choktan,
drink
you
them
gotta
quickly, no matter what. Like, this is get real.
Different.
Yeah, this is completely.
And since we're called the honest guides, I do not like this. So Mira,
I'm with him. I think out of all the ones they showed, even if they're way different than I'm used to, I think I would not like that one the most, even though that's the one that's most familiar. I feel like the foamier ones do look more fun.
you said that milk is usually girls like that.
Yeah, because it's sweeter.
Sweeter. And who likes this?
This is for sportsmen.
Sportsman. Like if a runner comes into the pub,
Yeah.
you suggest him to get a Choktan. Apparently, I'm not a sports person. All these types we got so far are something special, and you need to ask for them. But if you come into a Czech pub like this one, and you simply ask, I want a beer,
The place is really cool, by the way.
they will usually not ask any further questions, because usually they only have one beer on tap, meaning the brand. So if
Wow. See, okay, that's cool. So it's just, this is all one beer, and you just get different styles. That's pretty neat.
I come to you and I'll say, I'll have a beer.
Yeah.
What am I gonna get?
I make Hladinka. It's my favorite because this is men's beer.
Oh, see, that looks like the best. That is the quintessential beer right there for me. Look at that. It's perfectly big foam, looks creamy and aesthetic, right? It's literally about half and half. You have that beautiful golden beer with the big head on it. Oh, that looks good. The ratio is perfect there.
So when I saw you tapping it, you first put in the foam, and then under the foam goes the beer.
Because foam is isolate.
One kind of beer, 4 different types how to tap it, but you still have something up your sleeve, something magical. What is the last type you can make for us?
This style for tourists.
For tourists?
Yeah.
Oh, jeez.
Rzezani.
Rzezani.
I make only
So Rzezani
very small white beer,
Rasani.
and after I make only foam of dark beer.
Dark beer.
Rzezani, the cut beer, is a mixture of 2 different beers.
Whoa.
One is light and one is dark, also different brand of beers.
I am not a dark beer person. I have it every once in the rarest while, like barely ever. And I can never get into it.
And the reason Mira said it's for tourists is because it looks good. And it also takes a long time to make it. As you see, and this is 2 minutes we started making this, it's only slowly coming to what it should look like. And Mira is going to be adding more dark beer to it, right?
Yeah, one more.
And the reason the light beer is at the bottom is that more sugar, so it's heavier, so it stays lower, and the dark beer is above it. So it's Pilsner and Kozel.
I mean, that is definitely an interesting aesthetic. It looks cool, I guess, with that tricolor look going on and the different levels. I mean, I have to say, right? The presentation, the showmanship here. And of course, that guy who's serving this. I mean, it's all kind of an experience. I mean, this looks good. All these look really freaking good, man.
Also is the popular dark beer. I've actually never had this in my life.
I mean, I want a beer from this guy. I think he knows what he's doing.
Yeah, I don't like dark beer. It does look really good.
I'm with you.
But the main reason all the beers look good is because you have clean glass. And
every glass must
it is something that is really important.
Yeah.
So can you show us what a dirty glass, I mean, a beer in a dirty...
And something funny in my beer videos, I keep getting these comments from people who are watching through a screen. It doesn't make sense to me. People keep saying that we're serving warm beer. I'm like, yo, warm beer, what? It's so funny because literally before filming, we had it out in the cold at night when it was 28 degrees outside, which is, I think, below 0 Celsius, if I recall. And it was freezing cold. It was in a fridge for a week, cold as hell. Then it was outside even colder. Then we brought it in and started filming right away within a minute. And the glasses were outside in the cold in the garage. So the glasses were cold. They were rinsed. We got them wet because I was told that, and you can see he does that as well. The glasses are nice and cold and wet. Then you pour the cold beer, and it's a beautiful experience. I can assure you I would never have warm beer. That's gross.
Dirty glass looks like.
And yeah, dirty glass, that's not good. Oh, what the hell?
We know this is nasty,
Good Lord.
But this is for scientific purposes. You can clearly see that the clean part of the glass is fine and the foam is not bubbly. But once we turn it to the part where Mira put grease and dirt from his forehead, suddenly it's just...
Oh my God. Oh, I'm glad they did this though. Look at all the bubbles. It's supposed to be smooth. Bubbles and foam equals dirty glass. That is a good tip. Don't be, look for this. Don't be touching that. That's disgusting. Oh, wow. That is actually crazy.
You will see this a lot in pubs when you go to different pubs.
Very important from beer, it's clean glass. Clean, wet, and cold glass.
It's not going to happen to you here.
Bingo.
It's not going to happen to you in most of the pubs we show you, I hope. But it may happen to you. And now you will know that if you see this, it means a dirty glass. Miro, thank you so much.
Ugh.
Thank you for your visit.
If you come here to Czerwony Jelen,
I'm going to be checking all the beers I get now.
Guy. We've been friends for a while. With Honza, you've been friends for a long time. And there's always a smile on his face. And he will show you and tell you everything here by the tap. So.
Well, that looks really fun. That looks like an awesome place. I think this guy looks like an awesome dude. He definitely knows how to whip up a really appetizing glass of beer, man.
The main reason we were here today is that we could show you Mira's skills in tapping beer, but you can also come here for amazing kitchen, amazing food they have here. I was here for a dinner with German TV crew, and it was phenomenal. And also,
oh wow!
So check out the architecture, because this used to be an old bank vault, and they turned it into this. That's it from the Honest Guys.
This place is awesome.
At the end is Czerwony Jelen, which means
Czerwony Jelen. Czerwony Jelen.
It's red deer. Czerwony Jelen is
Czerwony Jelen. Red deer. Interesting. He always does words at that, and I think it's pretty fun. Well, that was actually really educational and awesome. I mean, that was the goal. That is fun. The whole beer culture throughout different parts of Europe is just super fascinating. It's something I've never dove into ever until, the last few months on this channel. And I can't wait to do more. It's actually been like 2 or 3 weeks since we did our last taste test, and I'm really itching to do more. So we are finally doing some this week or weekend, whatever. And yeah, it's just so delicious, man. Everything I've had. And I know it even pales in comparison to actually getting it fresh from a place like that. That looks spectacular, like literally making my mouth water. I do totally agree with that science that foam is like an insulator, right? It keeps the beer and flavors fresh and locked in on the bottom, and I think the foam is pretty good. I mean, for me, it works too. I know people think that it might make you gassy or get bubbles and pressure and stuff. I don't know. I suppose that can depend. I feel like it's not too bad for me. I just think the foam is just so tasty, and it also serves a purpose. So it's kind of a, double positive there. Like, I don't know how you can really argue with that. I think the foam head and the beer are a good marriage. And that one he showed where it was about 50-50, that style is my favorite. That looks just phenomenal. So I can't wait to hear what you have to say in the comments. What's your opinion on, the foam head? Is it that huge like the one we've seen at the beginning? What is common around you? And of course, more so, just what is your favorite style? And what would you like to see in some of our upcoming beer videos? I would love to hear your thoughts. I appreciate you being here and appreciate your awesome suggestions as always. My name is Ian. You're watching IWrocker. And until next time, y'all, I'll catch you later.